Many prophets prophesied the fall of the city of Babylon. For example, Isaiah prophesied, Babylon, the jewel of kingdoms, the glory of the Babylonians' pride, will be overthrown by God like Sodom and Gomorrah. She will never be inhabited or lived in through all generations. No Arab will pitch his tent there. No shepherd will rest his flocks there. But desert creatures will lie there. Jackals will fill her houses. There the owls will dwell, and there the wild goats will leap about. Hyenas will howl in her strongholds, jackals in her luxurious palaces. Her time is at hand, and her days will not be prolonged. Zechariah saw a vision which prophesied Babylon as a great center of commerce. An angel showed him a vision, and Zechariah asked, "What is it?" The angel replied, "It is a measuring basket." And he added, "This is the iniquity of the people throughout the land." Then the cover of lead was raised, and there in the basket sat a woman. He said, "This is wickedness." And he pushed her back into the basket and pushed the lead cover down over its mouth. Then I looked up, and there before me were two women with the wind in their wings. They had wings like those of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between heaven and earth. "Where are they taking the basket?" I asked the angel who was speaking to me. He replied, "To the country of Babylonia to build a house for it. When it is ready, the basket will be set there in its place." The measuring basket Zechariah saw is commerce. The woman of iniquity is the same as Babylon, which John saw. Zechariah lived after Ezra led the people of Israel back to the land of Israel. The second temple was rebuilt. Babylon was in decline. Sometime in the future, according to this vision of Zechariah, Babylonia will be the world center of commerce. The Babylon John sees is both a city on the Euphrates River, the commercial capital of the world, and every form of religious idolatry which rejects the true God of heaven. Her garments, jewelry, and golden cup are the glitter of the outward trappings of religion. The cup is filled with the filth of the actual practices of religion. The mystery, something that can only be known by direct revelation from God, is the revelation of the unity of all false religions, from the grossest paganism to good-sounding apostate Protestantism. All prostitution, physical and spiritual, are some form of rebellion against the Lord God Almighty. The scarlet-covered beast on which she rides is the same beast John saw rise out of the sea in chapter 13. Chapter 13 shows the beginning of the life of this beast. This is 3.5 years later, near its end. It began life looking like a leopard. Now it is scarlet, the color of sin, and filled with names of blasphemies. For over 3 years it has martyred anyone who refused to accept its mark or worship its image. The harlot, however, has martyred those who bore the testimony of Jesus since Nimrod's Babylon. When the angel guiding John explains the mystery to John, he begins with the beast. The beast, which you saw, once was, now is not, and will come up out of the abyss and go to his destruction. Also in verse 11, the beast who once was, and now is not, is an eighth king. He belongs to the seven and is going to his destruction. The 7 mountains are kingdoms, each headed by a king, and the 7 heads are historic kingdoms. The angel guiding John explains this. They are also 7 kings. 5 have fallen, 1 is, the other has not yet come. So the 7 heads are also 7 mountains, which are 7 kingdoms. While they are not identified exactly, 5 kingdoms no longer existed in John's day. 1 existed in John's day, and 1 was still future to John. The kingdom in John's day was Rome. The 3 kingdoms revealed to Daniel are 3 of the earlier kingdoms, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece. There is less agreement about the 2 kingdoms prior to Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, the Chaldean Empire. The possible empires are Nimrod's Babylon, the Assyrian Empire, and the Egyptian. The important kingdom is the one that is future. This will be the one world government of the Antichrist. It will be one of the earlier kingdoms and will now rule over all the other kingdoms. The 10 horns you saw are 10 kings who have not yet received a kingdom, but who for 1 hour will receive authority as kings along with the beast. They have one purpose and will give their power and authority to the beast. We are not told anything else about these rulers. Horns represent military power and coercion such as taxation. At the time of the end, however, they will be clearly revealed. The beast will hate any other form of religion. He will destroy any sanctuary, temple, article, statue, book, or anything else used to worship anyone or anything other than himself. This chapter closes with, "The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth." Babylon is a religious system. It is also a city on the Euphrates River, which will once again rise to power and seduce the entire world.